My dear student, today we shall discuss another type of leukemia that is known as acute lymphoblastic leukemia. As you know that the onset of this leukemia is acute, so it is discussed under heading of acute leukemia. Since in this leukemia there is a dominancy of the premature malignant cell that is known as lymphoblast in the blood and bone marrow, so it is also called acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Since as it arises from the lymphoid series of the cell, so it is known as acute lymphoid leukemia. And sometimes this leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, is a precursor of lymphoblastic lymphoma. So there is a association between the occurrence of this leukemia with development of malignant transformation in the lymph node leading to lymphoma. So in the WHO, it is placed, ALL is placed as precursor of lymphoma. It is considered as a leukemic phase of lymphoma. So there is a variety of name, and name is given according to the onset, according to the origin that arises from the lymphoid series, and according to the dominancy of the cell in the blood and bone marrow, that is lymphoblast. This leukemia is most common cancer in the childhood, in the children below the age of 6 years. In the adult, it is the second most common leukemia, but overall cancer in the childhood, ALL, that is acute lymphoblastic leukemia, is most common, you must know. Another important fact that this leukemia is characterized by malignant transformation in the precursor cell of lymphoid series, followed by their proliferation, so that large number of the premature malignant transformed cell known as lymphoblast is going to form in the bone marrow, and from the bone marrow this cell enters into the circulation, and that may lead to the development of a variety of manifestation when these cells passes through infiltrated through the various organ, and they enters into the bone marrow, leading to bone marrow suppression or failure. So a variety of manifestation is going to develop. Another important fact regarding this leukemia, that as it is a precursor of lymphoma, so it is also called LBL, lymphoblastic lymphoma. So as you know that lymphocytes immunophenotypically and functionally, there are two types of lymphocyte. One is B cell, another is T cell. So the malignant transformation can be happen either in the precursor cell of B cell or in the precursor of T cell. So according to this origin, from which type of lymphocyte undergo precursor of lymphocyte undergo malignant transformation, this is broadly classified into two types. One is B cell ALL along with LBL, lymphoblastic lymphoma. Another is T cell ALL LBL, meaning by the leukemia which arises from the B cell, it is known as B cell ALL, which may transfer into LBL, lymphoblastic lymphoma. Another will be which leukemia that arises from the T cell, that will be known as T cell ALL, and it is may associated with LBL, lymphoblastic lymphoma. So there is a sequence: B cell ALL LBL, T cell ALL LBL. So there are, WHO has given the classification only in two variety of ALL. One that arises from the B cell and another that arises from T cell. And both type of B or T cell origin leukemia may be transferred into malignant form that is known as lymphoblastic lymphoma. The FAB also given the classification. In FAB classification, it is divided into three subtypes. One is L1. L1 type is mostly seen in the childhood, and the origin of this type of ALL is mostly from the B cell and slightly or less commonly from T cell. So here the B and T cell are both are going to involve, but B cell is most commonly in 75-80% B cell origin is seen. The malignant cell, that is the lymphoblast, is a small size. It is homogeneous. The cytoplasm is scanty. There is a regular round nucleus with unconspicuous nucleoli. And if you go for the cytochemistry, you will be find that they are Pas positive and acid phosphatase positive. So this type of ALL is considered under heading L1, which is most commonly seen in the childhood. A second variety is known as L2. L2 is adult type of ALL. Here the lymphoblast is large, so large cell type ALL. Origin की जहाँ तक सवाल है, this type of ALL arise from mostly T cell. So T cell is going to involve here. T cell lymphocyte is mainly involved here in 90% of the cases. And if you see the morphological picture of the lymphoblast, that is the premature malignant transformed cell of this leukemia and this subtype of leukemia, this lymphoblast appears as heterogeneous. It is large cell. The cytoplasm is variable and nucleus is irregular, cleft shaped, and there is a large size nucleoli is present, and it is also chemistry Pas and acid phosphatase positive. A third variety of ALL, subtype of ALL, is known as L3 type, which is also large type. It is also known as Burkitt's lymphoma, and they are mainly arise from the B cell. It is an uncommon variety, and morphologically the lymphoblast appears large, homogeneous, round nucleus with vacuolated cytoplasm, and there is a prominency of the nucleoli. It is also Pas and acid phosphatase positive. So this is the FAB classification of acute lymphoblastic leukemia. WHO has already that it is given only in two groups, the precursor B cell ALL LBL and precursor T cell ALL LBL according to the origin or involvement of B or T cell type of lymphocyte. And WHO also says consider that AL is a leukemic phase of lymphoma. AL is a leukemic phase of lymphoma. It does not discuss separately, but here the AL is discussed with lymphoma because there is a very important association that in the initial state the patient remain in the leukemic phase, and as the disease progresses there may be malignant involvement of the lymph node, and that may lead to the development of lymphoma, especially lymphoblastic lymphoma. So this is the basic difference between FAB classification and WHO classification. The FAB classification is mainly dependent upon the morphological and cytochemistry feature of the malignant cell. But WHO is classified only into two groups, and you also know, see here, that there is no place of Burkitt's lymphoma in WHO classification. That is the L3, a subtype in the FAB classification, but it has no place in the WHO classification. इम्यूनोफिनोटाइपिकली अगर हम लोग देखें तो सब आदमी जानते हैं कि दो ही सेल इन्वॉल्व होता है, या तो बी सेल का से ओरिजिन होगा या टी सेल. सो इट हैज ऑलरेडी प्रूव्ड दैट द बी सेल ALL इज स्ट्रांगली पॉजिटिव फॉर द marker, immunomarker like CD19, CD10 and CD9Q. Especially CD10 is very much strongly positive in the B cell type of ALL or LBL. Similarly, in the T cell ALL and LBL, it is also strongly positive for the immunomarker like CD1, CD2, CD3, CD5 and CD7. Another very important finding is seen in case of ALL, especially in the lymphoblast, that this is positive for TDT. It is also known as terminal deoxynucleotide transferase, that is expressed by the nucleus of pre-B or pre-T cell stage of differentiation of lymphoid cell. So it is seen in the lymphoblast. So you must know that lymphoblast of either B cell origin or T cell origin, they are strongly positive for the cytochemistry like acid phosphatase positive, PAS positive and TDT positive. These three chemical enzymes as well as the strain is positive in both T cell ALL or B cell ALL. Cytogenetic study shows that there is a very important strong relation between the ALL with variety of chromosomal abnormality. It may be associated with the hyperdiploid stage of chromosome or hypodiploid stage of the chromosome. Even there is a deletion or translocation of chromosome between two chromosomes, they are very much associated. It has been seen that BA type of ALL or LBL is associated sometime with Philadelphia chromosome, that is abnormal translocation between two chromosomes, that is chromosome, I think you know, chromosome 9 and 22 along with the fusion gene, although it is very strong with the CML, but ALL may also see associated with the positive Philadelphia chromosome. Sometimes it may be associated with abnormal translocation with chromosome number 4 and 11, 1 and 19. So it is very important. Sometimes hyperdiploid stage with abnormal translocation between 12 and 21 chromosome, they are going to associated, that is B type of ALL. उसी तरह T type जो ALL है LBL, it is also associated with the certain abnormality in the chromosome number 11, 14Q, 7P, 14-5 translocation, TCR rearrangement, MOIC gene, deletion of the 9P chromosome, loss of tumor suppressor gene like CDKN24. So these are the abnormality in the chromosome that may lead to the development of two type of ALL, either B cell or T cell. So this is very important cytogenetic study, and that are very much helpful in the diagnosis of ALL, also in the differential diagnosis of ALL, and also very much helpful in the deciding the prognosis of ALL. So for the clinical manifestation is concerned, both type of ALL, B-ALL and T-cell ALL, they clinically manifest in the form of anemia, thrombocytopenia and leukopenia that may lead to the bleeding tendency with the occurrence of variety of infection. So on examination there will be lymphadenopathy, splenomegaly, hepatomegaly. They are positive in both type of ALL, the B cell type ALL or T cell type ALL. But in case of T cell type of ALL, since the T lymphocyte is differentiated and mature in the thymus, so there is an enlargement of the thymus and that may lead to the mediastinal compression. So pleural effusion. So such type of manifestation will be especially seen in T type ALL or LBL. Although all manifestation, clinical sign and symptom are very much similar in both type ALL, that is B cell and T cell. Another important fact is regarding the diagnosis. Diagnosis is made by 4-5 ground, by the clinical findings, by the cytochemical findings, by the immunophenotyping feature, with the help of cytogenetic study, and sometime bone marrow finding, and sometime we can do biopsy of the affected lymph node. So this and peripheral blood smear examination is the very important. So these are the tools, criteria by which CLL of both variety, either T or B cell, will going to diagnose. But the most important is peripheral blood smear examination. This can be very important criteria or tools by which we are going to confirm the diagnosis of ALL in the initial stage. Most commonly, as you know, that due to the bone marrow failure or bone marrow involvement, there may be feature of anemia, RBC is normocytic normochromic, WBC is either normal or it is decreased. DLC is the very important. In the DLC, we will find that the immature cells of the lymphoid series, that is the lymphoblast, is very dominantly present and it is more than 20%. This is a very important landmark. Presence of the lymphoblast more than 20% in blood and bone marrow is the most diagnostic finding of ALL according to WHO. Another important finding regarding in the peripheral blood smear, that the cells appear round. lymphoblast हम लोग मार्फोलॉजिकली डायग्नोज करते हैं दैट इट इज ए राउंड ओवल सेल having convoluted nucleus with high NC ratio. There is absence of cytoplasmic granules and the cytoplasm is scanty and clear and it is blue. The size of the cell is 10 to 18 micron and there is condensation. There is slight clumping of the nuclear chromatin and the number of nuclei are 1 to 2. So these are the morphological findings by which we are able to identify lymphoblast, and also we are able to differentiate lymphoblast from myeloblast, because there is a great confusion is going to occur in diagnosis of ALL, and because the lymphoblast sometimes appear just like myeloblast. So by this feature we can differentiate lymphoblast from myeloblast to differentiate ALL फ्रॉम AML. अगर माइलोब्लास्ट ज़्यादा है तब डायग्नोसिस AML की तरफ जाएगा, अगर लिम्फोब्लास्ट ज़्यादा है तो डायग्नोसिस ALL की तरफ जाएगा. तो लिम्फोब्लास्ट को पहचानना बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है, एंड बाय दिस मार्फोलॉजिकल पिक्चर वी आर सर्टेनली एबल टू confirm or identify the lymphoblast, and when this number is more than 20%, diagnosis is complete that it is a case of ALL. प्लेटलेट काउंट कभी कभी घटा ही रहता है, या तो नॉर्मल रहेगा या घटा ही रहेगा. सो दिस इज यूजुअल फाइंडिंग peripheral blood smear examination finding sometimes there is a smear cell which is a degenerated leukocyte is sometimes seen in the blood smear examination. जहाँ तक बोन मैरो की सवाल है, द बोन मैरो हैज गॉट lymphoid series is very much hyperplastic and there is a presence of more than 20% infiltration of the cells, malignant immature cells in the form of lymphoblast precursor of B or T cell origin, and the megakaryocytes are usually absent, erythroid series are suppressed. So in this way the most important finding that the precursor of B cell or T cell are present in much more number, more than 20% in the bone marrow. That is very much helpful. साइटोकेमिस्ट्री से भी कभी कभी हम लोग मदद लेते हैं, और साइटोकेमिस्ट्री अध्ययन करते हैं तो हम लोग को पता चलता है कि जो मैलिग्नेंट लिम्फोब्लास्ट है, जो लिम्फोब्लास्ट सेल है, दे आर वेरी मच पॉजिटिव फॉर पास स्टेन एंड एसिड फॉस्फेटेज. दे आर नेगेटिव फॉर माइलोपेरोक्सीडेज, सुडान ब्लैक एंड NAC, नॉन स्पेसिफिक एस्टरेज, because these three enzymes are positive in myeloblast. So in this way we are able to differentiate myeloblast from lymphoblast. Again I told you, in the lymphoblast is strongly positive for PAS and acid phosphatase, whereas the myeloblast is positive for myeloperoxidase, Sudan black and NSE. In this way, by the cytochemistry we are able to differentiate lymphoblast and myeloblast. So far the prognosis is concerned, prognosis I know that the prognosis depends upon many factors. What is the stage of disease, what is the age, what is the how severely involvement of precursor of B cell or T cell, how much it is going to involve, what is the duration and severity of the disease, and what is the cytogenetics. Cytogenetics is very important here in deciding the prognosis. It has been seen that if the ALL is associated with hyperdiploid stage of the chromosome along with the translocation in the chromosome like chromosome number 12 and 21, they has got better prognosis. But if the AL is associated with the other chromosomal abnormality like hypodiploid stage or Philadelphia chromosome or translocation between 4 and 11, they have got worst prognosis. So in this way the cytogenetic study play very important role in deciding the prognosis of the ALL, either B cell type or T cell type along with LBL. इम्यूनोफिनोटाइपिकली की जहाँ तक बात है, हम लोग जानते हैं जो B सेल्स ओरिजिन लिए हुए ALL होगा वो इम्यूनो मार्कर CD10, 19 से ज़्यादा स्ट्रांगली पॉजिटिव होगा. जो अगर T सेल ओरिजिन लिए हुए ALL रहेगा उसमें जो लिम्फोब्लास्ट होगा वो स्ट्रांगली पॉजिटिव होगा लाइक इम्यूनो मार्कर लाइक CD1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. So in this way we are able to differentiate the ALL between according to origin, whether it is arise from the B cell precursor or whether it arise from T cell precursor. तो इस तरह से हम लोग इम्यूनोफिनोटाइपिकली करके हम लोग दोनों को अलग कर लेते हैं, लेकिन क्लिनिकली ये संभव नहीं है कि कैसे हम लोग बी सेल टाइप ALL को और टी सेल टाइप ALL को हम लोग अलग करें. थोड़ा बहुत वही है कि टी सेल टाइप ALL में थाइमस का इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है, थाइमस का इन्लार्जमेंट होता है जो कि एडल्ट में ज़्यादा कॉमन होता है. बी सेल जो होता है वो ज़्यादा कॉमन चाइल्डहुड में. तो थोड़ा सा क्लिनिकल कोरिलेशन है, लेकिन इट इज़ 100% differentiated by immunophenotypic by the noting the positive immunomarker. डिफरेंशियल डायग्नोसिस जो भी थोड़ा बहुत है ALL का, वो सबसे पहले है कि AML से ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन होता है एक्यूट माइलोब्लास्टिक ल्यूकेमिया से. तो उसके लिए हम लोग क्लिनिकल ग्राउंड, लेबोरेटरी फाइंडिंग और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि माइलोब्लास्ट और लिम्फोब्लास्ट को डिफ्रेंशिएट करना। तो ये माइलोब्लास्ट और लिम्फोब्लास्ट अगर डिफ्रेंशिएट हो जाता है तो हम लोग डिफ्रेंशिएट कर लेते हैं ALL को फ्रॉम AML के। अगर AML माइलोब्लास्ट ज़्यादा है तो डायग्नोसिस हम लोग का AML की तरफ जाएगा। अगर लिम्फोब्लास्ट ज़्यादा है पेरिफेरल ब्लड स्मीयर में मोर देन 20% है तो डायग्नोसिस किधर जाएगा, ALL के तरफ पर। अब वो कौन होगा, B होगा या T होगा, दैट विल बी डिसाइड बाय द इम्यूनोफिनोटाइपिंग। समटाइम DD is made for other lymphoproliferative disorder like lymphoma, like CLL, like hairy cell leukemia। तो इससे भी कभी कभी हम लोग को डिफ्रेंशिएशन करना पड़ता है। लेकिन द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट हैलोमार्क और डायग्नोस्टिक पॉइंट इज दैट प्रेजेंस ऑफ डोमिनेंसी ऑफ लिम्फोब्लास्ट इन द पेरिफेरल ब्लड और इन द बोन मैरो, इट मे बी मोर देन 20%। तो ऐसा है तो हम लोग ज़्यादा इस पर सोचेंगे। एंड बात आफ्टर not only by this finding, the clinical finding, the onset of the disease, the age, the cytogenetic study, immunophenotyping, peripheral blood smear examination, bone marrow examination, after correlating all these findings, सारे फाइंडिंग को हम लोग को रिलेट करके देखते हैं एंड देन वी आर एबल टू रीच द फाइनल डायग्नोसिस ऑफ ALL, दैट इज एक्यूट लिम्फोब्लास्टिक ल्यूकेमिया। तो इस तरह से हम लोग डायग्नोसिस कंफर्म करते हैं और साथ साथ हम लोग डिफरेंशियल डायग्नोसिस भी करने में सक्षम हो जाते हैं ये सारे फाइंडिंग को कोरिलेट करके। सो इन दिस इज ऑल अबाउट ALL, एक्यूट लिम्फोब्लास्टिक ल्यूकेमिया। इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लिनिकली, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इट इज़ द मोस्ट कॉमन ट्यूमर, मोस्ट कॉमन कैंसर इन द चाइल्डहुड में तो बहुत कम ही ट्यूमर होता है, जैसे नेफ्रोब्लास्टोमा है, रेब्डोमायोब्लास्टोमा है, न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा है, क्रेनियोफ्रेंजियोमा ब्रेन का ट्यूमर है। लेकिन इस सब में सबसे जो कॉमन है वो चाइल्डहुड में वो कौन सा ट्यूमर है, दैट इज ALL। सो यू मस्ट नो all about the ALL because you will be faced in the day-to-day practice, and it is also very important site for asking the question in MCQ based examination as well as university examination. So till thank you. In the next class we shall start another lymphoproliferative disorder.